Hi everyone, I'm continuing my tour to highlight nonprofit organizations for the month of March. Nonprofits that were started or run by women to celebrate Women's History Month. I'm here with Sarah Leathers, the founder and CEO, and Ellen Palmer, the COO of Healing Meals. And we're here in Simsbury. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how Healing Meals started?
So I will start just giving a little history that my sister in California started something like this back in 2007. And I was watching what she was doing, and I said, this needs to happen here in Connecticut. And I was working full time and said, wow, I don't have time for that right now. But I continued to support people who had been diagnosed with cancer. I'd bring some of the Nourishing Broth that my sister was making and so forth. And over time, as I was talking to friends and saying, I really should start this, finally somebody was like, what are you waiting for? And that's when I took a leap of faith in 2015. And I called on some of my friends and said, are you ready to step in and join me? And Ellen did, and two other women helped get this off the ground. And we just took a leap of faith, and we haven't looked back.
That's terrific. So tell everybody a little bit about what Healing Meals does or how it supports the community.
So we provide healthy organic meals to families that are going through a health crisis. And we also have youth who are 14 and up come into our kitchen every week, and they are doing the cooking, and they're learning communication skills and leadership skills. But really what they're learning about is how good it feels to give back to their community. And that's been really fun to see, and really fun to see how many young people not just come because they're voluntold, but they stay for many, many hours of giving back to us.
So you mentioned that you started this sort of following the footsteps of your sister who was helping cancer patients. Is that only the people you serve at this point?
No, and I'll let Ellen share.
No, we feel really lucky to have been able to expand. So primarily we are serving clients that have cancer, but we have also recognized the mental health crisis that we're in and how people have suffered, and we are able to provide meals for families that are managing that as well. Also, if someone has had a sudden surgery and they need to recover, we've also most recently gone beyond an acute health crisis and talked about supporting clients and their families that are suffering with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and other chronic conditions. So we feel really blessed to be able to expand the number of folks that we've been able to serve over the years.
So do you just provide meals for the individual who might be suffering, or is it for the whole family?
We provide meals to the person who is ill, but also their family, up to 4 people in the family. We know the power of food to help heal. It's interesting, the other folks in the family are suffering as well. There's a big change in structure and energy and worry. There's a lot of worry, which can deplete the immune system. So it's just important that we serve as many people in the family as are willing to receive the meals and have them have that experience together and cross that off the list of someone who would typically be worrying about that.
So I think it's fabulous. So if I understand correctly, you have student volunteers that come in, actually prepare the meals, and I'm assuming that's under the guise of a chef or...
Yes, we have an executive chef, and we also have adult mentors. Right now, it's the time of our cooking shift, and so those young people are guided and supported by our chef. But what's amazing is after our kids are with us for over 50 hours, they earn their blue apron, and 100 hours they earn their chef coat. They actually become mentors to other youth and adults. So we may have a youth who is mentoring a new adult, which is fantastic.
Oh, that is terrific. Mm-hmm. So you prepare the meals, you pack the meals, and then I think you call them delivery angels, if I have it correct. And they deliver the meals. So now, is it daily, weekly? How does it work?
The meals go out once a week, and what we provide is 6 meals for each person in the family. And so we cook Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we package and deliver on Thursdays and Fridays. And we feel fortunate. Our objective is to be in the entire state of Connecticut. So far, we have delivered meals in 93 towns.
Wow.
Yes, we've had about 1,400 folks come through our program since we've started, and we're really primed and ready to continue to grow, not only in terms of other areas of the state, but to really dig deeper here and provide additional and deeper support for our community locally.
Wow, that's terrific. So I didn't realize that, for lack of better words, your catchment area was so large, but you're looking to try to provide this service for the entire state?
We are. That's our goal. And because what we're learning is from our clients is it's making such a tremendous difference, and the need is there. We currently have a wait list, which never feels good to us. And as we grow and expand the type of people that we're supporting, we want to be able to serve them. So we serve about 110 people a week right now, and we hope by mid-April we're up to 125 people a week, and we're looking, to continue to grow.
If I might ask, how long is your wait list?
Well, our client manager was here today, and I think we're probably a 3-week wait list right now. And, some people need it. Some people are on long treatment plans, and they can kind of hold out, and other people need it right away. And we try and work through it as much as possible, as quickly as possible. And people are coming off all the time as well. And I think the other part of what we do is we educate them. So we developed an educational 12-chapter book for our clients that they receive during the service with us. And it really is an opportunity for us to take what we know and share it with them. And so it's the why. Like, why do we do it? Why do we cook 100% organic? Why do we do it the way we do? So that they can, after 12 or 24 weeks, say, I can do this on my own now.
I was going to say, we talked about that you provide the meals, 6 meals a week for at least 4 people if needed. And I think you just answered my next question, which was going to be, how long do you do this for? I don't think people, when I first started to hear of you, I thought, oh, well, they might do that for a couple of weeks, but it's really a significant amount of time, I think.
It is.
So why don't you tell everybody how long you typically?
So typically it's 12 weeks. We have a lifetime where up to 24 weeks that families can get our meals. And part of the reason behind that is that it takes time for people to change their palates. And, we have a lot of people who don't eat this way. And so it takes a little bit of time for them to realize, oh, I actually feel better, both mentally and physically, when I put better food in my body. And that's part of the reason why we serve everyone in the family, is that if I was just serving, the client, and they understood, wow, I'm going to continue this, but the rest of the family hasn't come on this path, they might say, not going down that road. And we see it all the time. Our clients tell us all the time that they are making significant changes after they have had the service with us.
I bet. And I bet their overall health is improving a great deal, and they recognize that, and they recognize how food plays a role in that. So I think that's terrific, and I'm blown away by your service. I really am, and what is even more touching is that you get the youth involved, and I love that that cross-generational kind of feel to it. I think that's terrific. And you mentioned earlier to me when we were talking, why don't you tell everybody that you also have the youth not only prepare the food, but they have to write little notes.
Right.
They do.
So it's just so important that people feel a sense of belonging when they're not feeling well. And we all know, as we've traveled these last couple of years, that can feel challenging. When someone's sick, they really need an extra dose of love. And so we're pouring that into the food. We pause before every shift, and we just make sure that we get present, and we're thinking of our clients' names, and we're just being very intentional about infusing as much care and concern as we can in. And we invite our youth volunteers to write a note to every client every week. So when the meals go out, they go with a handwritten note with just a kind sentiment, just letting folks know that we're thinking about them. And it's interesting, I was speaking with one of our clients a couple of weeks ago, and he said, you know what, I love your food and I feel better, but I reach for that note first every single week. And we think it's just so important to feel that extra dose of love. And for us, those client notes have been a really important part of that experience.
I'm sure it does wonders for your clients, but I bet you it does wonders for those kids too, in all honesty.
It does. They love sitting and writing the notes. And, you know, about 60% of our clients are living alone. So that's that connection. And we also have, besides the delivery angels, we have our client angels as well. So we have a couple of volunteers who check in via email or via phone just to see how they're doing. You know, how do you like the meals? How can we help? So there's a lot of touch points that we have with our clients, and they really feel supported. We did a mental health study with Mental Health Connecticut several years ago, actually during the pandemic. And all we wanted to know was, could we increase somebody's overall well-being through our program? And every person in the program, their overall well-being went up, and they felt connected and cared for. And we're really proud of that. That is a core of the work that we do.
That is terrific. Well, again, I'm so happy to be here and happy to share your mission. And why don't you tell everyone, what are you in need of? How can the community help you spread this word?
Well, thank you for
Or
that.
your meals, actually,
Yes.
I should say.
Yes.
Thank you for asking.
You know, we are at such a critical place right now on growth and having a wait list. And I'll be honest, that funding is always, as a nonprofit, first and foremost for us. If we don't have the funding, we can't continue to support the number of people that need it. So that's an area that we are always grateful to have the community support. But we're always looking for volunteers. I mean, we are blessed with the number of volunteers that we have, but that, just like our clients, can come and go. And so if people are interested in, volunteering with us as well. And then, collaboration and partnerships. We love partnering with other nonprofits and other people who might be interested in, coming in and helping or, partnering in some other way, because we're always better when we're banded together.
For sure.
Yeah.
How can people reach you? Please, do you have a website? Can they how do they learn about you, and how can they reach you? And I guess, how could they ask for services too?
Mm-hmm. The website's very easy. It's healingmealsproject.org, and we're on social media on most of the channels at healingmealsproject.org as well. Our youth volunteers that we were mentioning before have started a TikTok series, so you can catch some of our videos out there as well.
Terrific. Okay.
And as a client, there is on our website a drop-down of how to become a client. It's interesting, we're connected with all of the hospitals and the clinics and social workers, but so many of our clients come word of mouth.
Okay.
And so don't be afraid to reach out to Emily, our client manager, if you even have any questions.
All right. And can you give everybody the address of where you're located and maybe a phone number?
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
We are at 140 Nod Road in Simsbury, and our phone number is 860-264-5864.
Okay. Well, I can't tell you what a pleasure it was to meet you both and say how amazed I am at your zeal and your passion for what you're doing here, and what a great job that you're doing for the community. I know that we're going to spend a little time and get a tour of the facility, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'm hoping everybody can join the bandwagon and help support Healing Meals. They're in need of volunteers and certainly financial resources. So I hope you hear the call and answer. Thanks so much, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.